You don't lose your life in one day. You lose it one tomorrow at a time. It starts so small that you barely notice it. One task, one workout, one phone call, one dream. I'll do it tomorrow. It sounds harmless, comfortable even. But here's the part nobody tells you. Tomorrow has a strange habit. It keeps moving. There was a guy named Ethan. Nothing about him looked unusual. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't stupid. He had goals. He wanted to get fit. He wanted to start a business. He wanted to learn new skills. He wanted a better life. He just believed there would always be another day. Every morning, he'd make the same promise. I'll start tomorrow. Then he'd scroll for a few minutes. Those few minutes became an hour. The hour became the evening. The evening became another promise. Tomorrow. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to delay something that only takes 10 minutes? Cleaning your room, replying to an email, reading one page. None of them feel urgent until they all become urgent at the same time. That's how procrastination hides. Not like a monster, like a friend. It whispers, relax, you've earned a break. And somehow, the break lasts longer than the work would have. Weeks passed. Ethan still believed he was making progress, not because he was doing anything, because he was planning. Planning feels productive. Sometimes it even tricks your brain into feeling accomplished. But plans without action are like maps without a journey. You know where to go, you just never move. Here's something strange. Most people don't wake up and decide to waste their lives. They simply postpone living. One day at a time. Imagine planting a tree. You skip watering it today. Nothing happens. You skip tomorrow. Still nothing. After a month. Now the damage is real. Life works the same way. The consequences arrive quietly, then all at once. One afternoon, Ethan met an old friend. The friend looked different, healthier, more confident. He had built the business Ethan used to talk about. Not because he was smarter, not because he had more talent. He just started, even when he didn't feel ready. That conversation stayed in Ethan's mind for days. He kept asking himself one painful question. What if the only thing standing between me and the life I want is one decision? That question hurt, because deep down, he already knew the answer. The hardest part wasn't starting. It was accepting how much time had already disappeared. Maybe you felt that too. Opening your phone for 5 minutes, looking up, and somehow it's midnight. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow depends on what you choose today, not tomorrow. Today. Ethan finally made a rule. No waiting for motivation, no perfect timing. If something takes less than 5 minutes, do it immediately. If a task feels too big, do the smallest possible version. One push-up, one paragraph, one email. It sounded too simple. But simple things repeated every day become powerful. Slowly, his room became cleaner. His body became stronger. His business finally existed outside his imagination. The biggest change wasn't his success. It was his identity. He stopped seeing himself as someone who planned. He became someone who acted. Because every action is a vote for the person you're becoming. People often think success comes from huge moments. It rarely does. It comes from tiny choices that nobody celebrates. Getting out of bed when you don't want to. Closing the app, opening the book, making the call, doing it now instead of later. Those moments don't look important. Until years pass, then they become your entire story. Remember the promise Ethan made every morning? I'll do it tomorrow. He eventually realized something. Tomorrow was never stealing his dreams. He was handing them over, one excuse at a time. So before this day ends, ask yourself one question. What is the one thing you've been pushing into tomorrow? Then do the first small step, right now. Because your future won't be built tomorrow. It will be built by what you refuse to delay today.